some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff from the gun. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Gives it on the option. Still running at the 40. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. They've come out with answers on this possession and now another first down. They'll leave it with him. Creates a little space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Guys, let's chat about Florida. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a proven game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Will not get a fourth down stop.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these fourth downs. You didn't get that one. But don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Straight into the open. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title, David.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship, that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
The Gators had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. On the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Perez. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Takes a hit as he fires. Catch in the middle, it's Porter. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Buckeyes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Once he got some room, it was over.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense in press coverage. To the air, it's Silva. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Wide open on the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gators!
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
He'll bring it out. It's Gray. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going to run it. It's Peoples. Gets it out to the 20 after he pick up a 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got a man. It's Peoples. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy isn't.
Turning it on! And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw at Silva. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They go to the wide receiver screen. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
And the Gators look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Barrett. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even...
There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Yeah, And there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Wide receiver going in motion. Right back to the well. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Flying out to the left. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. On first down, here comes this offense. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Forced out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answer so far. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Bond. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
At the 43-yard line. Offense facing fourth down.
The Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They go to the draw. Creates a little room. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Using his legs, it's Terry. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Silva. Quick completion on the out. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to break down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
The give out of the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
On the ground. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it out. It's Barrett. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
That's caught. It's great. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
He's up to 107 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Showing the arm strength to the left. Fires into traffic, picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Now the play fake. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it inside the tag. Touchdown, Florida. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Looking to scramble. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Gets it out quickly. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Buckeyes will try to move the chains on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it in the middle. It's Bond. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. It's Peoples. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Here on 3rd down for this offense. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Plows through the defense. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Returner runs out of bounds.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barber. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Makes the grab, it's Peoples. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Looking for space, it's Peoples. Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Under fire. The short hands, it's Barber.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Off play action. He's going to fire deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And at this point of the game, we just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They force another in.
Breaks into the open. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barber. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Ohio State, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
Looking to pass. It's Silva. Caught near the sticks. It's Terry. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
Right, and take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corner.
And the heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Lets it fly. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Here's a heat. Catch in the middle, it's Terry. Oh, the quick spin move. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the right. And the timing just a hair off. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot, you start trying to aim it, you really miss. Quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it, and it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Silva. Unloads to the right. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Caught close to the marker. It's Porter. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He wants to go deep, and he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning it on. And And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Got it behind the line. It's Peoples. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bring in the heat. The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's St. Clair. Throwing right. Makes the grab. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And it's always interesting when you get into this garbage time and if it really matters or if it doesn't. And depending on who you talk to, it matters. But that's a big passing play. They just needed a lot more of those in this football game so they could score some points because this offense, it was a disappointing day.
Got him downfield. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats.